Okay, so myself, Dr. Karthikeyan Peduswamy, I have completed my MBBS from Kanyakumari Government Medical College, MD Biochemistry from Maulana Azad Medical College, New Delhi. I have completed my senior residency from AIMS, New Delhi. Now I am a research associate in the same AIMS, New Delhi. So I have taken this topic, MAPOC, a millennial's perspective. So first of all, who is a millennial? According to Cambridge Dictionary, a millennial is a person who was born in the 1980s, 90s, or early 2000. Most people agree the definition is like 1981 to 1996. So I was born in the year of 1987. So obviously I am a millennial, or they also call this as Generation Y. After this, the generation is known as Generation Z. Because why I'm putting this millennial, the importance is this generation is not aware of many important things like Maposiaya. So if you ask this generation, they don't, many of them, so this is a bitter truth we have to accept, because for us Maposi is important, but for many of this generation they like, who is this person? That's what this generation they think. So as a part of this generation, as a member of this generation, I'm going to present my perspective. So these are the sections I have made. So initially I will first begin with this one, his love for mother. My sister, my elder sister, she just wanted to add my mother's first letter as an initial. For example, my father's name is Bethuswamy, so that is Bethuswamy, that P1. So my mother's name is Janaki, so he wanted to add J also in the initial. At that time it was like a huge thing in that scenario. But you see, Maposi Ayya, his uh, original name is Jnana Prakasam. Because of his love towards mother, he added Sivakami. So Mailapur, then I think Ponnaya is his father's name. So he changed his name to Sivajnanam. So this is a thing we learn from him. So the next thing is about how he is a self-taught scholar. Because of poverty, he could not complete the third standard. He could complete second standard. He could not complete the third standard. But he received Sahitya Akademi Award in 1966 for the book Vallalar Kanda Orumaipadu, the unity seen by Vallalar. So he started reading literature when he was jailed during the freedom fight. You know that many books and all, they are all written in the prison. So prison is not just a place for people to uh, be put during this thing. So prison is a place where a lot of thoughts they emerge. So here I want to make one thing clear. What are my references? Instead of going for second-hand references, so usually people go for the second-hand references, I went for the first-hand references. Maposi Trust in their YouTube channel. So if there is any young audience in this group, I suggest that there is a YouTube channel, Maposi Trust. I want all of you to watch videos of Maposi. So there is a Maposi Trust YouTube channel. You can see some interviews of Maposi, and you can also listen to speeches of Maposi. And there is a website in which Maposi's books are all there for free to read. So I have taken my references from these first-hand references only. So whatever I'm presenting, these are all the first-hand reference from Maposi. So Maposi is saying in one place that he was employed in the printing press. So he wanted to improve his financial condition. So he wanted to become a school teacher. So he was so modest that in that book he is writing that because of my selfish reason, I wanted to become a school teacher. So he's so humble and modest. He's saying he's considering his wish to become a school teacher as a selfishness, but it is not. We know he was just being modest in that. everyone, they have a right to aim for something great, right? But after reading the literature, he gave up the idea of becoming a school teacher. You know that he became the professor of professors, right? So there is no need for him to become a school teacher. After reading literature, see, then he is also mentioning what is the purpose of reading literature. In the arts field, humanities field, there is a thought that art is for art. So people say like, right, kalai kalai kahave. So but Maposi has an interesting view about the literature. He's saying, I'm not reading literature to pass my time. So many people read literature as a hobby. He's saying a new Tamil Nadu needs to be established, and literature needs to be used for this purpose. So this is his interesting view regarding the purpose of literature. And in his writings, so he mentions about the many poets singing high of brutal war amongst Tamil kings, a Chera king being killed by Pandya king killed by Chola king. So those Sangam era in history, so the Tamil kings were fighting with each other. There are certain glimpses. You have Kabilar, you have Avvayar. So these poets, they were trying to unite these Tamil kings. So I was so lucky to read this book, Tamilar Adimayanadu Yen Evaru, thanks to VK Supuraj IAS. So he gifted this book some 15 years ago. So this actually opened my eye regarding many things. So Maposi also mentioned these things in his books. So that is why he found Silappatikaram to be a true epic which unites Tamil people. You know the history of Silappatikaram. There is no need for me to elaborate. So in Silappatikaram, here Ilango Vadigal, he mentions the Tamil kingdom, Tamil Nadu. So here the Silappatikaram acts like an unity factor in Tamilians. Otherwise, these other poets, what they used to do, they used to praise one king killing the other king. So there were songs in which you destroy the citadel or castles of the king, and you sow, I guess, mustard and all, mustard or sesame. So this is a tradition. You destroy the citadel of other king and you sow mustard or sesame. So this you can see in Tamil poems. But Silappatikaram is a true epic. So that is why it seems Maposi got attracted to Silappatikaram. Maposi, in his own words, he says that he got attracted to Silappatikaram through Bharatiyar. So Bharatiyar is a real nationalistic poet. So through Bharatiyar, he got attracted to Silappatikaram. And we all know in Tolkappiyam, we have this, in the Payiram, we have Vadavenkatam, then Kumari. So most people, they were just using this as an example for Elam Vetrumai Urubu, what in Tamil they call Elam Vetrumai Urubu. So you know, Vadavenkatamum, then Kumariyum. So teachers, this grammar teachers and all, they were using this for many years. But Maposi, he saw this in a different angle. So he saw, okay, so if there is Bada Venkatam, so why it is not now the border for Tamil Nadu? Then Kumari, so you know that at those time, Kanyakumari and all, they were a part of Trividangur Samasthanam. So I studied in Kanyakumari Medical College. In my college itself, you see that symbol of that Trividangur Samasthanam. So Maposi, he looked at things in a different angle. So now we will look into his personality. As a person, I'm seeing my perspective. So in one incident, in an interview, he's narrating that Aya AVM Chettiar arranged some appreciation function for Kannadasan. So you all know the problem between this Kannadasan and something with the movie, right? Veerapandiya Kattabomman. So Veerapandiya Kattabomman was taken by Bandalu, and Kannadasan was taking Sivagangai Seemai. So because of this, AVM might have thought that Maposi may not like to come to this function. But Maposi Ayya, he asked AVM that, why didn't you invite me to this function? Then AVM told so and so. Then Maposi told, you will have no friends if you see only negativity in persons. If you could have invited, I would have definitely come. So this quality we see in Maposi. In one place, he's saying that the one who thinks himself higher than the general public cannot be a leader. So this was a true quotation from Maposi. Because what we see in today's condition, what leaders think, they think that they're above the masses. So that is the mentality we are seeing today. But Maposi Ayya was truly humble and rooted. So that is very important. Even though a tree can go up, go and reach the sky, but the roots, they have to go into the earth only. So he was rooted deeply. Let me now talk about his sense of humor. So Maposi, you know, right, he is a Gandhian. So Gandhiji's quote is this: if I had no sense of humor, I would have committed suicide a long ago. So this was the one thing told by Gandhiji. And here I just want to tell one interesting fact. So do anyone of you know which is the only film watched by Gandhiji? So let this be interactive session. I don't want this to be just monotonous talk. Do anyone of you know which is the only film watched by Gandhiji? Anyone? Am I audible, right, Sandil? You can hear me, right? Okay. So Sendil, I could not hear you. Okay, you are muted. Sendil, you are muted. Okay, fine.
Okay, is it from AV? I think it's from AVM.
Ramarajam is the name.
Yeah.
Hello, Ramarajam.
Ramarajam is the only movie he watched.
So the film is Ramraj.
Great. So that's what. So this is the enthusiasm I expect from all of the participants. So it's great. So even Senthil, in one interview, Maposi Ayya, he fondly recall about Senthil also. So in one aspect, the questioner is asking, what do you think about this today's movies, Tamil movies? At that time, he is telling that in our days, the movies used to be good. But these days, movies, there are a lot of violence. So I have a grandson. So he won't sit and watch the movie until unless there is violence in the movie. Okay. So Ramarajam was the only movie that was watched by Gandhiji, and it was directed by AVM. So with this fun fact, now let's move ahead. Humor is a virtue for a great leader. So usually in these days and all, you see people making fun of others. So this is an aggressive humor. This is not a way of humor at all. The good way of humor is self-deprecating humor. So you make fun of yourself. So putting yourself down actually can bring you up as a leader. A leader should not be afraid that, okay, if I put myself down, people will see me inferiorly. No, it's wrong. So let me recall certain incidents in which Maposi Ayya put himself down, but he expressed humor. So he went to a function in Erode. In that function, he's telling this: in my last visit, Erode was the head of the tehsil. This time, it is the head of district. In these years, the status of Erode improved and my status declined. So in Tamil, he told that Erode முன்னேறிடுச்சு, ஆனா என்னோட நிலைமை பின்னேறிடுச்சு. So people were laughing. I heard people were laughing. So he just put himself down so that people can laugh. There is another meeting. Here he is telling, my only wish is that I want to write and speak every day so as that I die in the stage while speaking. Then the crowd clapped. Then he is like, are you clapping for my death? நீங்க என்ன நான் சாகணும்னா கை தட்டுறீங்க? So he asked that. Then the crowd laughed, and one person from the crowd, I could hear his voice. He is saying that no, we were clapping for you to write each and every day. So this is such a personality I got admired. And from the year of 1946 to 1956, he suffered from abdominal pain. So some sort of abdominal pain. I don't know exactly what it is. So he suffered from abdominal pain. So that pain gave him suicidal thoughts. But by just looking at this quote, "Irundamile unnal irundhen," so he mentions this in his book. So he says that "Irundamile unnal irundhen." So by seeing this quote, it motivated him to continue. So this is about how a great person, as a person he is. Now we will go into his views about the Tamil language, Tamil nationalism, a few words. So about the language of worship, he says that to consider only one language as God made and all the others inferior is foolishness. So it's not that only Tamil is superior, Sanskrit is superior. He's saying that all languages are equal. So during my childhood, I used to read a lot of books of Devanaya Pavanar. So here I compare Devanaya Pavanar and Maposi. I see that Pavanar will say that Tamil is superior. So, but here you see that there is a person who is so realistic. Maposi appears to be more realistic to me. He says that all languages are equal. So that's a good thing. And as I am from medical field, I found this was also interesting. So he, in one place, he is saying that allopathy is not English medicine. Why people are putting this English medical shop? Look at this. So still people are writing English medical shop, English medical shop, English marandu kadai. So he considered this as a inferiority complex in Tamil people or Indian people. He's saying that non-English speaking countries like France and Belgium, they also practice allopathy. The meaning of allo, the allo means different. So it is just, allo means different. So it's just a different pati, path means it is just path. In Tamil we call padai, right? So path means padai, same different way. So allopathy is a different way. So allopathy is nothing but a scientific way of medicine. So he says that these countries also they practice allopathy. So how can you call this as English medicine? So he was in the favor of Tamil as the medium of language. So with some certain Dravidian politician, he differs in this opinion. So in certain place he is making fun of these people. He is saying that some politicians used to say, right, some people are saying Tamil and English like two eyes of a human. So to avoid Hindi, Tamil Nadu, we adopted English. Even this web conference this is being conducted in English, so we can see the irony, right? So life is full of ironies, but we have to accept that and move ahead. So he's asking, does this mean before of English Tamils were one-eyed? So he was making fun of this, and he was so in favor of Tamil as a medium of language. So at that stage, it's, I think, from the third standard the English was introduced. So he was saying that I am opposed to that also. I want only the English to be introduced in the 5th standard, but still I'm okay if you are introducing English in the 3rd standard, it is fine, but English should be only a 1-hour course. It should not be the medium of language. So in this aspect I agree with him, because I studied from 1st class to 12th class in Tamil medium only, and I could crack this MBBS entrance exam, all these entrance exam. and I have written few books in English also. So it's not that, see, my accent may be different. So I'm not a native speaker of English. So for that thing, I never tried to convert my accent into a native accent, because I am proud of who I am. I'm a Tamil. I'm proud of my Tamil accent of English. So in this, I agree with Maposi. Maposi even had a heated argument with A.L. Mudaliar. You might have heard about Mudaliar brothers. So these were twin brothers. Suraj is from medical field, right? So Suraj might have studied, right, in obstetric and gynecology. Deepan, you are also in the web conference. I invited some of my friends also on the conference. Maheshwari ma'am, you must be also knowing, right? Mudaliar. So Mudaliar, he was the vice chancellor of medical university also. So these Mudaliar brothers, so they were there. So Maposi was having a heated argument with Mudaliar regarding the medium of language, because scholarly people, they still believe that no, science and medicine, engineering, they can be studied only through English. You see, China, Russia, Germany. See, I was applying for a course recently, so I can tell my experience on first hand. So I was applying for a course, MSc in medical education. So I will do it in near future. So in Harvard, I applied because it's an English medium course, but it is 1.5 crores. 1.5 crores for 2 years. So that then I skipped that. Then in UK, it is 30-40 lakhs. Okay. Then I thought about Germany, but there the problem is the course is free, but the medium of education is in Deutsch. So in Germany, they give a lot of importance to their language. They're studying medicine in Germany, that is Deutsch language only. In China, they learn in Chinese medium, Russian medium. So all those students who go and study in Russia, right? So many of them, they study medicine in Russian medium because it's little cheaper than the English medium medicine. So yes, Tamil can be a medium of language. I agree with that, and he was proud to speak in Tamil in many occasions. So like Senthil was telling, the mayor of Chennai, Madras Corporation, was his friend. So Maposi was a part of Madras Corporation. He was in that position. So he submitted the budget of Madras Corporation for the first time in Tamil, even though many people were opposing it. So he submitted in the budget. So like Dr. Krishnaswamy mentioned, yeah, this may be something which was the reason for him not being recognized all over India, maybe. So that is why when I was studying in my 10th standard, I decided that I will learn English. So I scored higher mark in English than Tamil. So, and he also fondly recollects Omandur with Ramasamy Reddy giving a speech in Tamil in Tirupati Venkateshwara Oriental University. So Omandur Ramasamy Reddy, you know, he's actually from ancestry from Andhra. In his family, they speak, they may be speaking Telugu, but in the speech, he gave speech in Tamil only. Then Maposi wrote many things about this Tamil encyclopedia. He recollected a lot of events about this Tamil encyclopedia. So you know, Tamil encyclopedia was published by Tamil Valarchi Kalagam. It was the first encyclopedia to be published in any Indian language. You all know about the Avinashi Lingam Ayya's contribution in this. And you see, Maposi says that the greatest achievement made in the field of Tamil after independence. So this is what it is about this Kalai Kalanjiyam. And it was a combined effort. So it was, the total expense was 14 lakh. The Madras state, you have to think that at that time, it's not Chennai, it's not Tamil Nadu, it was Madras presidency. So all the other states were there. They gave 5 lakhs for the contribution of Tamil encyclopedia. This we have to recollect. Central government 75,000 for 4 years, so 3 lakhs. Even Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, they also gave 50,000. So these are all mentioned by Maposi only. So I got quite amused by seeing these facts. So Tamil Encyclopedia, quite a great thing. So I have spent a lot of my time in reading this Tamil Encyclopedia. So now, having seen my perspective about Maposi, now there is a question comes. Okay, Maposi is a great person. What is the purpose of learning someone's history until unless you get inspired by him and do something? So that is why I'm going to mention certain few things, that the seed you sow today will give the harvest tomorrow. So we all, the young audience, I request you to do your contribution towards the Tamil language today. So you may ask me, you speak too much, what is your contribution? Usually we ask this, right? So in the year of 2012, in the year of 2012, I recorded this audio about Maposi's one story, an excerpt from a Maposi's book, Arivu Kadegal. So this is about a story, Kulir Kaya Neramillai. Okay, so at that time I recorded it. So I used to be an active contributor in Tamil Wikipedia. I have written a lot of articles in Tamil Wikipedia. So now, because of my PhD and other research, so I am not that active in Tamil Wikipedia. And you see that audio clip has been featured in the article about Maposi. And moreover, I was quite amazed to see that in the English Wikipedia there is a page about Tamil. In that page, so someone has given the link of the same audio about the Maposi's Arivu Kadegal. So they have selected Maposi's story as an example for this literary work. So these were my small contribution, and we were during my Tamil Wikipedia days, we were looking for a term for child prodigy. So can anyone suggest a Tamil term for child prodigy? Audience? Child prodigy, you know, right? Child prodigy is a person at the age, in a very small age, he has the knowledge of an adult. So, you know, Beethoven, Mozart. So there are many people who are child prodigies. Can anyone try? So we were also having a trouble during our Tamil Wikipedia days, which is the exact meaning for child prodigy. Okay, let me continue. So at that time, you know, Silappadigaram, right? Silappadigaram, it came to my head. So in Silappadigaram, there is a word, Siru Mudu Kuraivikku Sirumayum Seiden. Kovalan, he mentions that Siru Mudu Kuraivi, Siru Mudu Kuraivi. So this means that in the she has the knowledge of an elderly person at the age of at the young age. So that's why Siru Mudu Kuraivi. So we took from this term and we convert this into Siru Mudu Aringer. So reading Silappadigaram and all, it's not a waste of time. So this is what I want to convey to my young audience, that to the generation Y and generation Z, that reading something will be useful in your field also. Okay. And these days I'm also quite active in converting the Tamil poems like Bharadiyar, Bharatidasan and into audio video format. So I put something, for example, here Kani Idai Eriya Sulayum. So here I put about the fruits and all. So this video you can see that, see, this has been watched 16,000 times in the 5 years. So I never worry about the results. So in Hindi, they say that karm karo, pal ki ichha na karo. So you just do your things, don't expect any results now. And I also put some videos for NEET PG exam. So this is what currently I am doing. So that's what I'm not saying that you have to do what I am doing. So you use your creativity. So to pay tribute to such a great personality, Mapo Sivanyanam, what you can do is you can also take his works. So these days, I'm finding his work to be very useful. So in future, I will also record some of his works more. So you have seen that I recorded that story. So I will try to record more of his work in the coming time. So I thank Sendil, DV Ganesh, Madhavi Amma for giving this opportunity to express myself in this virtual platform. And I thank all of the audiences for this patient hearing me. Okay, thank you everyone.